beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on them cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the jar like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Today it's an AFC ready to get us started. It's Cade York, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Fights through it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Shreds it with a stiff arm, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's his throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3's in.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Touchdown, Browns!
Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper, and the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Tucker's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 55 yards.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
14, Ravens 6. King York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now Jackson on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And some room to roam now. Past the 20. Flop. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Ravens 6. King York to kick off for the Browns.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. The catch, is that play good for 30 and a first? Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A give up the middle to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Dobbins, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns drive about to get started. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down. Here's Chubb again. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here we go on 4th. Watson looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 57 yards. And the Browns use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. The York on now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 12.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. Jackson will throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Greg Newsome. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the deep.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They find some open field here. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Throwing now, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's got room. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.